Hi, it's Brian Crombie of the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. This week is International Women's Day on Friday, and so it's sort of International Women's Week. And I thought, therefore, we would have all females on my show all week long. And I've got an incredible lineup of people to interview this week for you. Tonight, Monday, I've got Z Ivanova, who is an entrepreneur. She's a transformational coach. She's a really interesting lady that's got an immigrant story of moving to Canada via Paris and some other places. And she's got a big entrepreneurial women's event on this Friday on March 8th for National Women's Day. And her speech is about, and her interview is about, bold, daring women. On Tuesday, I've got Laura Giacomides, who's really kind of interesting because she's in her 60s and really is all about older women. I had Dr. Eva Klein on a week ago about ageism, and Laurel has got another interesting point of view on being a woman and being in your of a certain age. And her speech and her interview is about finding your voice and how you got to find it throughout your life, but particularly as you get into later years. And I'm going to close that show with a little bit of a conversation about a Japanese concept called ikigai, which I find very helpful in trying to figure out what your voice is, what your passion is, what you should be doing. On Wednesday, I've got one of the most impressive ladies I've ever had the privilege of meeting. Ann Golden is her name. She is a visionary on urban issues and on metropolitan Toronto area and what we should be doing. She wrote in 1996 a GTA task force, and it really was quite a brave new vision for Toronto at the time. Politicians didn't necessarily follow what she had to say. Actually, they didn't follow what she said. But I think a lot of what she talks about in regards to coordination, collaboration, working together as a whole region rather than just different cities separate and distinct from one another is really helpful and very relevant, even potentially more relevant in today's world. On Thursday, I've got Sharina Hussein talking about infrastructure and how critically important infrastructure investment is. And she's a consultant, a professor at York, and an incredibly smart young lady. And then on Friday, I've got a York professor who specializes in mothers and feminism. And she says that too many people think that that's an oxymoron. And she says it's not. They go together. Dr. Andrea O'Reilly, who talks about and has written books about mothers and feminism. So it's an interesting week. Z Ivanova, Laura Giacomides, Ann Golden, Sharina Hussein, and Dr. Andrea O'Reilly for International Women's Week. Thanks. I hope you check out some of these shows. To remind you, all of my shows are on every night, 6 o'clock, Monday through Friday on 960 AM. You can stream them online at www.saga960am.ca. All my podcasts and videos are available after they go on the radio on my website, briancrombie.com, on social media, and on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe to Brian Crombie on YouTube.